Why yes, I am wearing a wolf hat because I haven't showered today. My hair is an absolute state and I don't want you to see it. But I'm also wearing a wolf hat because then I could do this. Yay! I like to think that I let people believe that what they want to believe, as long as they don't hurt anyone, that's fine, do whatever you want. But even if I'm just walking down the street and I see those preachers going, God is coming to kill you or save you or whatever he's doing these days, I still get really, really angry. Because they're not coming up to you and saying, I'm going to kill you if you don't believe in my God, but they're still pushing it out on you, and quite frankly, I have no time for people who force their religious or disreligious beliefs on other people, but at the same time I'm doing it myself, so I'm just being one huge hypocritical hypocrite. My biggest problem with religion, I have many, actually. The thing I hate most is that it divides people so intensely on something which, quite frankly, is just ridiculous. I mean, it's, all well and good to say, oh, we're here because a floating man in the sky put us here. Fine, alright. But then to take someone else's religion and say, your religion says that we were put here by a floating man in a cloud. No. You've no idea what you're talking about. Our God is the right God. Our God. No, not your God. Our God is the right God. And then the other religion is going, no, our God is the right God. No, our God is the right God. And it's just this cyclical, inane, trite argument of, no, it's our God that's right, no, it's our God that's right. There are no gods. There are no gods. Of all the gods that have ever been, of which there have been hundreds and thousands and thousands and thousands, yours is not the right one. And people have such ridiculous arguments about it. It's like, I know my God is the right God because I can feel it in my heart. If you'd have been raised in a Muslim country, you'd be raised a Muslim. If you were raised in India, you'd be a Hindu. It has nothing to do with you feeling it in your heart. What you're feeling in there is conformism and your parents' own influence. It's just about being raised as that particular thing. People in Texas have such strong religious values because their community as a whole is very strongly religious. It's just the same. If you were to look at every other religion and say, these are the reasons why those religions aren't true, you'd find that you would have knocked out pretty much all of the reasons behind your own religion. Another reason I dislike religion is because it constantly denies and pushes away the observed findings of science in order to preserve faith in a benevolent but still killing God. All the wonders of the world and the universe are starting to get discovered by science, and the reason they're so beautiful and they're so wonderful is because they are true. They are something that we can observe, that we can see, hear, touch, feel, taste, etc. They're so wonderful and so true, but we're cheapening them with man-made myths and and putting them to some mystical being, to some God that we created. God didn't create man, man created God. And the reason, personally, that I think man creates God is because we can't comprehend our limited time on earth. We're so arrogant and scared that we have to create this hypothetical situation as to what comes after death. There is nothing after death. That's what makes us so beautiful as human beings. We're beautiful because our time on earth is limited. Something that goes on and on and on forever isn't beautiful. A flower that blooms all year round isn't beautiful. It's the flower that is only on earth for a couple of months, a couple of days even, that are truly appreciated because their time is so limited. That's the same with us. We are so beautiful and so appreciated as human beings because our time is so limited. Saying, oh, we can live forever, what's the point in living forever? Then our inane, cyclical, trite, incorrect views about religion will just go on forever. And we'd be idiots. There are many reasons why I don't like religion. I don't think it has a place in our society anymore. We once used mythology and religion to explain things that we couldn't at the time. But science has come a long, long way since then. We no longer attribute thunder and lightning to Thor, the Greek god. We attribute it to electrical particles going through the air and then getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then whoo! We don't need Thor and Zeus and Allah and whatever the Christian god's name is, etc. We don't need them anymore. We've grown out of them. All they do is just divide people. And yes, I can sort of see the prospects that, religion sometimes brings people together, but it brings a certain group of people together, and the rest of the people outside that group don't matter. Yes, I can see that sometimes religion does good for a community, but it does good for that community only. And anyone outside of that community, no. What happened to being a citizen of the world, as opposed to a citizen of God's kingdom, where only a small, select minority get in? Isn't it better just to appreciate, really deeply appreciate the time you have on this earth while you have it, rather than spending your entire life living up to the inconsequential and unattainable ideas of some God that doesn't exist? Just spend your life with the people you love, and who love you back. Because quite frankly, I can't think of anything I would rather do than spend an evening with my family or my friends. I would much rather do that than go to church every Sunday, praying every night after dinner for all the food that is before me on my table. God didn't put that food there, my dad put that food there, because he works hard, very hard. So does my mum. They put that food on the table, they brought me into this world, they raised me. And quite frankly, I would rather die than see all their hard work and all their achievements be accredited to some phony God who wipes out countries with floods, who sends plagues to people, who denies people eternal bliss for the simple fact that they question those around them, for the simple fact that they don't just absorb the first idea that comes to them. I have no time for religion. I have no time for God, or Allah, or Zeus, or any of the other gods these days. I have time for love. Ugh, can't believe I just said that. And as slightly ranty as this got, I want you to know that if you are Christian, or Muslim, or whatever, that is fine. Just don't be disappointed.